That's a fitness tracker app. Workout logging, progress dashboard, streak tracking. I built it in under an hour. Not because I'm fast, because I stopped writing wrong things first. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I prompted my way to this MVP. Here is the problem with how most of developers using AI tools. They open the chat, type something like build me a fitness app. And when the output is generic or broken, they blame the tool. The tool is not a problem. The prompt is the problem. What I'm going to show you is a prompting framework that I used to ship something real and fast. Not a toy, not a demo, something that I can put in front of the user. I'm going to build it with v0.dev. That is probably the most underrated AI builder for UI complete apps. By the end of this video, you will have a framework you can take to any AI tool and use it to ship your MVP. So now let's build it. Before I touch V0, I want to show you the framework. 4 prompting stages. Every MVP I built with AI follows this exact structure. Stage 1, the scope prompt. This is where most people go wrong immediately. They describe features, I describe constraints. What does the MVP do and what it doesn't do? What does the user see on screen 1? Stage 2, the structure prompt. Once the scope is locked, I prompt architecture. Page structure, component hierarchy, data model. Not the UI yet, the skeleton. Stage 3, the build prompt. Plural. This is the iteration loop. Each prompt targets one page or one feature. Specific, scoped, not build the app. Build the workout login screen with this exact data shape. Stage 4, the hardening prompt. Before I export anything, I run one final prompt that asks specifically for error states, empty states, loading states, and basic accessibility. This is the difference between the demo and something that you actually can show to users. So we have 4 stages, now let's run it live. We are in v0.dev here. Let's create new project. That's gonna be blank project and let's call it fitness app. This is the blank project setup. So now we are ready to start with the prompts and with the prompt framework. So I'm not gonna type build me a fitness tracker app. So we're gonna follow exact steps I mentioned before. And here is the first prompt. I'm building a fitness tracker MVP. Scope is strictly limited to user can log a workout, name, duration, and type. User sees a dashboard with total workouts this week, current streak, last 5 workouts. User has a basic profile page showing their name and workout stats. That's it. And then we mention what this MVP doesn't include. No social features, no AI recommendations, no nutrition tracking, etc. And then we have another section that explains the 10 stack we want to have for this app. And it's going to be nextjs app router, typescript, chassis and UI, tailwind, dark mode, default. Then we define the next thing. Before you build anything, give me a page map and component list for this scope. Don't build yet, just confirm the structure. Let's start with that. It finished running, so what we have here? The page map. So first we have the home page, which is going to be just the main dashboard, view with the stats and recent workouts. Then we will have a log page that is going to be a log workout, form to add a new workout. Then we will have profile page with a username and aggregated stats. Then the component list layout. In layout we will have header, simple now with the links to dashboard log profile. In dashboard we're gonna have 2 cards, workouts this week and current streak. Then we have log workouts, and here we're gonna have workout form with the name tags, duration, type. Then profile. In profile we're gonna have username, then total workouts, favorite type, total time logged. Workout card is going to be shared component. Here is the suggested data model, and here are some notes. Dark mode as default, data stored in local storage, no backend for MVP. That sounds okay. Streak calculated from consecutive days with logged workouts. All chassis and UI components already available. Perfect. Let's continue from here. In the next prompt, we're gonna define TypeScript data types just to reiterate whatever we already got in the first output. And here we mentioned workout entry type, so it's supposed to have ID, user ID, name, duration in minutes, type, and create that. Then we have user stats type, that is going to be total workouts, current streak, last workout date, and weekly count. Then list the components we will need per page with their props. Keep it simple. This is an MVP, not a component library. One component per logical UI unit. Don't generate any component code yet, just the type definitions and component map. Let's run this. Here's the output. So we already had workout. So just let's confirm that here we have ID, user ID, name, duration, type, and created at. Then we have user stats as requested and user profile with ID and name. And here is the list of components with the props. Let's have high-level overview. Also the helper functions we're gonna need for that. And here is the summary. We're gonna have total of 6 components, 1 layout component, and 5 data functions. Now we are at stage 3, the build prompt. And we're gonna have one screen at a time. Stage 3 is a loop, it's not a single prompt. We're gonna start with a dashboard because it references the most data types. If this works cleanly, the rest follows. And here is the prompt. Now build the dashboard page component using the types we defined. The dashboard shows a greeting with the user's first name, has stats row, total workouts, current streak in days, workouts this week. A log workout call to action button, primary, prominent. A list of the last 5 workouts, name, type, badge, duration, date. Use the workout entry and user stats type exactly as defined. Shutc and UI components throughout. Dark mode, no mock data, use typed props. So this is ready to connect to real data. Export as dashboard page component. Let's try this one. Now let's compare our requirement to the output. What we asked: a stats row, total workouts, current streak days, workouts this week. So we have total workouts, we have current streak in days, and total workouts in a week. Also, we ask to have a greeting to the user. Here is it. Then a list of the last 5 workouts. So here we have the list of 5 workouts. Then in the single list item, we need to have a name. We have a name, type, badge. We have it, duration, and date. That's perfect. And also we ask to have log workout call to action button. And here is it. Perfect. Now let's continue with the next screen. Here is the prompt: build the log workout page component, a simple form with a text input, number input, and select for workout type. And of course, we need to have submit button with the label log workout. Then we define on submit call and on submit prop. Here we define the types of the arguments, and then we say include form validation. Name cannot be empty, duration must be a positive number. Show inline error messages using chatcn form components. Let's go with that. It is ready. Now let's compare again our requirements to the output. Let's click on that log workout, and it redirects us to the log page. And here we have the form we asked for. Here are 3 inputs and submit button. So we asked for the text input, number input, and select. So here is a text input, number input, and the select with a type of workout. Let's type something here. Let's type run. Let's type 25 minutes, and let's select cardio. Let's try to submit this form. Form was submitted successfully. We got redirect to dashboard, but we still don't see this activity in that list. We will get back to this later. So now let's continue. I want to go back to this log workout form and check the form validation, because we also mentioned that in requirements. So let's type again run. Let's select cardio, but here we're gonna type -10, and let's try to log it. Yeah, validation works. Perfect. Now let's type 20 and let's remove name. Okay, perfect. We have validation here that says workout name is required. Perfect, so now let's continue to the next screen. The next prompt is going to be built the profile page component that shows user avatar, username and join date, lifetime stats, total workouts, longest streak, most common workout type. A simple edit profile button, outline variant triggers, and on edit prop. And here's some types provided. That's it. So we can run it. It is ready, but the one thing which we forgot to mention is to add somewhere link in the dashboard to the profile. But it's okay, we can use the navigation here and go to the profile section. Here is it, and one thing I have to mention that it is not aligned properly as at the dashboard, but still it's a easy fix. So here we have all the things we required: total workouts, all the lifetime stats, a longest streak, favorite type, and current streak. Also we have the name of the user, avatar, and the date user joined the platform. Now we are ready for the next prompt. And that will be review all three components we have built: dashboard, log workout, and profile. For each component, add loading state, empty state, error state, and basic accessibility. That's gonna be the core of this prompt. Let's run it. It is ready, and the output has updated all three components with comprehensive loading, error, and empty states. And here is the detailed explanation for dashboard, for log workout, and profile. So for example, for profile, it added a profile skeleton, profile error, and profile empty state when the user has no workout history yet. And in terms of accessibility improvements, all interactive elements have area labels, icons are marked area hidden, semantic elements like main, header, nav section are used, the stats are linked via area labeled by, loading states use area busy, errors use role alert. Perfect. The app is ready, but now let's do a bonus prompt, the debug prompt. Let's fix the existing issues. We have to mention that I'm running the app and have two integration issues to fix. First is missing navigation. The dashboard has no link to the profile page. And here we have some explanation how to fix it. Add the clickable avatar with the user's initials in the top right corner. Then the stale state after logging when a workout is submitted via the log workout form, the dashboard's recent workouts list and stats do not update. And also we need to mention that keep all three components center aligned as they are. This is the main thing in that prompt. Let's run it. Now let's take a look at the result one more time, now in the dark mode. So here you can see that we have in the header of the dashboard that link to the profile. Now we can see that profile is aligned in the center as we wanted. Now let's get back to the dashboard. Now let's try to log workout one more time. Let it be run again. Let it be 5 minutes and let it be cardio. Let's submit. And you see it appeared here. But you have to understand that it is stored in memory because we didn't connect any database. In case if we want to connect database, we can do it here. And here actually we can use Supabase, which is pretty simple in setup. Also, we can publish straight away the thing we created, but I want to take a look quickly at the code itself. So what we have here, the standard project setup, we have app folder, components, hooks, sleeps, and styles. Let's take a look at the components. So we have here dashboard, log, profile, and UI. In UI, we have components from ShotCN. Dashboard, we have split it to dashboard page itself, recent workouts and stat cards. In log, we have log workout page, workout form. In profile, we have just profile page. That looks okay, pretty clean and scalable, so I like it. So our fitness tracker MVP is ready for launch. Prompt framework works and you can use it for any AI tool like Claude, Cursor, or Bolt. Scope, structure, build, harden. That sequence is what makes the difference. This app doesn't have a real database yet. No auth provider wired up. No backend API. What we have built is a UI layer of MVP. And that's exactly what MVP has to be at this stage. The mistake developers make is trying to build a full stack in one session. Database, auth, API, UI, all at once. You end up with nothing deployable after 3 hours. Ship the UI, show it to 3 users, learn what they actually use, then wire the backend to what actually matters. That's it for today. I hope this video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments what do you think about that prompt framework. And if you like the video, support it with a like and subscribe. That will help me a lot to grow the channel. Thank you for watching and see you in a week.